One of these photos is real, the other 3 were made with AI. Think you can spot the real one? Let's play a game and find out. I'll show you 4 images at the same time. One will be a real photo from a camera, the other 3 will be AI generated using the latest image models, Nano Banana Pro, Flux.2 Pro, and Flux.2 Flex. Try to figure out which one's the real photo, and if you're really good, see if you can match the AI images to the model that created them. Ready for round 1? Let's go! Which one of these is the real deal? Flux.2 Pro might be missing a foot, and the open dryer door isn't right. Flux.2 Flex is more color saturated, among other issues. Which one of these is a real photo of some day drinking ladies? Nano Banana Pro has an odd mix of drinks, Flux.2 Flex gives them some extra smooth skin, and Flux.2 Pro created an entirely new style of bad skin texture. This one's tricky, good luck. The number on the bike from Flux.2 Flex doesn't look like a number, and if you zoom in, the Flux.2 Pro has a bad foot. Can you spot the real McPresident? Flux.2 Flex has overly smooth skin textures and a McCheesy McSmile on Trump, while Flux.2 Pro makes the skin a bit rough and has him looking McAngry. You might have enough clues from what we've looked at so far to narrow this one down to a 50-50. Flux.2 Flex has the skin looking like a brightly colored rubber, maybe the modern Mr. Potato Head, and while I like natural looking subjects, Flux.2 Pro went too hard on the freckles and skin imperfections. Hard to believe only one of these puppies exists. Which one is it? I might be distracted by the cuteness, but I don't see anything in any of these that screams AI. Which one of these groups is actually in water, and which ones are just paddling pixels? I had these zoomed in where I couldn't see the model labels, and I thought one of the AIs really messed up the water coming off the paddle in the top right image. And then I realized it's the actual photo, so I got nothing. Which one of these buses went around the mountain IRL? The bus from Flux.2 Pro seems a bit long. I thought another red flag was how it's in the middle of the road, but it's that way in all of them, even the real photo. Can you tell who's a model from those that were created by models? Flux.2 Flex has the rubbery skin and strong color saturation. Flux.2 Pro seems like it's trying to do too much detail in the face, and I think the Nano Banana Pro version looks more realistic than the actual photo. Which one of these is the real photo? Flux.2 Flex comes out highly saturated and with rubbery faces. I don't think we'd really want to reach over the steaming pots or the grill to pay and get our order like the Flux Pro has going on. Nano Banana did fine, but this time the people in the real photo really look more real. Really. Round 2 coming up, but how'd you do on round 1? Every one of these AI images was generated using just a text prompt. No reference image, no edits, no touch-ups. I asked ChatGPT to give me a description of a real photo, and then I used that description as a prompt. My goal here wasn't necessarily to create the same image exactly, just an image that looked like it could have come from the same camera, the same lens, and maybe the same roll of film. I created all the AI images on OpenArt, the sponsor of this video. On OpenArt, here in the top menu, under Image, click Create Image. Up near the top, click on the model. OpenArt has a cornucopia of AI image generation models to pick from. The latest and greatest are at the top, like Nano Banana Pro, Flux.2 Flex, Flux.2 Pro, and many others. Click the model you want to generate with to select it, then just below that is the prompt box where you describe the image you want to create, and this is where I dropped in the description of the real photo that I got from ChatGPT to use as a prompt. Below the prompt, you can supply a reference image here under Image Guidance and Omni Reference. Again, I did not do that for these. I didn't want to make it too easy for the models to basically just copy what they were seeing. Below that, some of these settings and options will vary depending on which model you're using, like the aspect ratio, and for Nano Banana Pro, you can choose a resolution 1K, 2K, or 4K. Then move this slider under number of images to tell it how many variations of this prompt with these settings that you want, and click Create. To try the same prompt with a different model, just come back up to the model selection, click it, select the model you want to use. It'll keep the prompt in place there. You probably do want to come down to the aspect ratio because it'll go to the default for that model. So if you wanted to do something different, go ahead and select it from what's available for that model. And then just click Create, and openart's great about showing you right near the Create button how many credits are going to be used for what you're doing. Openart makes it really convenient to work with your images and videos. For instance, if you have an image that you want to turn into a video, click on the image. There's a little button at the top that says Image to Video. Click on that. You can select an AI video model. They've got a bunch to choose from, including all the latest and greatest. You can add a prompt and describe what you want to happen in the scene, or leave that blank and let the model surprise you. Pick your settings like the duration and quality mode, hit Create, and before you know it, the adorable puppy in the picture is even more adorable in a video. Now back to our game for round 2. Can you tell which one of these is a real reflection? Flux.2 Pro rules itself out with 2 suns there in the background. Man, that would be hot. And the banana has more lanes in the reflection than the view out the window, and the cars on the other side of the median gone the wrong direction in the reflection. Which one of these is the real photo, and can you tell which models the other images came from? Flux.2 Flex has the skin a bit rubbery again. Otherwise, it's interesting that all 3 AI images have the man kissing the woman, while the real photo is the woman kissing the man. Will the real Einstein please stand up? This one caught me off guard. The Nano Banana Pro version is almost identical to the real photograph. My guess is the model's training data doesn't include as many unique pictures of Einstein as it does of contemporary people or common objects, so it leaned heavily on this one real image that's probably in its training data. Kind of like how AI image models have a hard time filling a wine glass to the brim or setting a clock face to a specific time because they haven't seen those things in their training data, they revert to what they have seen. Here's the next set. Can you spot the real photo? Here again, it feels like Nano Banana knew the location based on my text description and made the image of it, just from a slightly different angle. Which one of these is a real photo of furry friends, and which one are just positioned pixels? The dog's paws and the cat's pose don't seem right in the Flux Pro version. Flux.2 Flex is vibrant and smooth, and all 3 of the AI gens have the cat on the smaller side, but maybe it's a kitten or a mini. The cyclist in 3 of these images don't exist. Can you spot the real photo? I got nothing for this one. Pretty sure you could fool me with any of them. Here's another tricky one. The row of buildings looks like it has an angle in the Nano Banana Pro version, and some of the windows are wonky, especially toward the back. This one's either really easy or really tough. The color grading of the real photo might make you think it's AI, but the weird crosswalks and traffic patterns and the uniformity of the pedestrians and their umbrellas give them away, especially the ones from Nano Banana Pro and Flux.2 Flex. Which one of these is so real you can smell the burgers? With Flux.2 Pro, he's using his bare hands to drop a burger on something that doesn't look like any of the other buns in that random collection of burgers, and he's got another cooked patty just laying there on the cutting board. Which one of these is a real photo of my house? Okay, none of them are my house, but one is a real photo of somebody's house. They're all nice, but the Flux versions, especially the pool water, just look a little too perfect. So how many did you get right? And was there one model that fooled you the most? Let me know in the comments. Also, I thought this game format might be fun, but maybe not. Let me know. If you like it, maybe I'll do another batch or maybe try a video version next time. And again, shout out to OpenArt, my favorite creative AI platform. With all the latest models and lots of tools for creating and editing AI images and videos, there's a link to OpenArt in the description so you can check it out. Hey, my name's Bob. I test and explore the tools creators use, like AI image and video generation, text-to-speech, and editing apps. So come on back if you want to see more of that kind of stuff. Until then, thanks for playing, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video.